Hello everyone, we have a flowers bread route that we've just listed in Brunswick, Georgia, home of the Brunswick stew, with an asking price currently at $135,000. There's company financing available. I'm Joanne, one of the assistants here. I'll cover the basics for you, tell you how to get in touch with a listing agent who can put you in touch with the seller, and as always, there's a link in the description below if I don't cover anything that you wanted to take a look at while I move around this page here. So let's go over the basics. The cash flow, $75,036 annually after expenses as an owner-operator, and the down payment required with company financing is estimated at $64,000 down. In addition to the down payment, you have to show Flowers a 10% cash reserve of the selling price in a verified account towards the time of closing. There are 22 accounts delivering to grocery stores, variety stores, restaurants, and gas stations. Based on those 22 accounts, the route is grossing an estimated $554,580 per year in sales. And once again, the net $75,036 after the expenses. Let's go ahead and cover those expenses real quick. What has been accounted for includes the fuel, vehicle maintenance, warehouse and administration fees, the vehicle lease payments, and the insurance for the business and the vehicle. So the vehicles included, it's a 2019 Isuzu NPR box truck with 38,000 miles on it. It does have an assumable lease, and it is a policy of Flowers that the buyer must assume the seller's lease, but once again, the lease payment has already been calculated in, and they still had $75,000 after those expenses. Now, the route payment has not been calculated into this figure. There's simply too many variables like your down payment, your APR, etc., etc. Let's move on down the listing. One thing I want to mention, people often ask, why is the owner selling? They are just downsizing. They're staying in the game. They've had this route in territory for 3 years, but they're downsizing the package that they own. Their schedule's not listed here, but I can tell you that Flowers distributors typically have off Wednesdays and Sundays, unless they're doing what is called a pull-up on those days where they're just merchandising their stores, but not stopping at the warehouse before they start their day. Typically, when we say early morning hours are required, we are talking about a start time of around 2 to 4 o'clock in the morning to get to the depot to get the bread. The earlier you're in, the earlier you're out. Go over some of the other numbers real quick before we move on down to the buying process. How the math breaks down here is the route's averaging $10,665 per week in gross sales. The distributor profits an average of 17.9% of those sales, so they're averaging $1,905 per week and estimating $460 per week in the overhead expenses. So to cover the buying process real quick, the first step would be to sign the non-disclosure agreement and show us proof of funds for the down payment and the cash reserve. Once we have those on file, we will gladly provide you with the account list, seller's contact information, and their financials so you can reach out and see the business in person, see if it's something that you're interested in pursuing. If you were to make an offer to the seller, they accept, go under contract, you would be introduced to Flowers for the company interview with them, go through the background check, a DMV approval, you have to submit an acceptable business plan and form a corporation. It does have to be an INC. If you don't already have that, we can help you out with that, the insurance, everything that you need to get going there. If you're interested in pursuing this listing, give us a call at 1-844-768-8374 or shoot us an email at info@routesforsale.net. If you haven't already, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we look forward to working with you.